everyone. My name is Nicole Kafori. I use the she set of pronouns, and I am coming to you from Boston, Massachusetts. And today we're going to talk about how to build a strong and sustainable professional brand. A little bit about me. I currently work at an education consulting firm called Partnerships in Education and Resilience in Massachusetts, but South Florida has a special place in my heart. My family's from there. My work has brought me there, and I'm so excited to build this bridge with Career Connect Martin and share some of the skills with you, how I've become successful with my professional brand. Let's get into it. First impressions are super important. You've heard everybody say before that you only get one opportunity to make a great first impression. And while I do believe that's true, it's called first impression for a reason. I do believe everybody also deserves a second chance. At the end of the day, you want to be the type of person you want to meet. Sometimes first impressions can go really great. They're lasting, they're genuine. You click with someone, you feel at home with them. In the workplace, you work well together, there's chemistry, and you create content that your workplace is proud of. And sometimes first impressions can be deceiving, and that's okay too. You might be nervous at first meeting new people, but again, the important thing to remember is that everyone gets a second chance. So let's try and prepare you a little bit and give you tools for your toolkit that are pretty universal, tools that can help you be successful, especially after you nail that first impression. Punctuality. Punctuality is so important to me. When I was raised in the workplace on my own time, if you will, I was taught that early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable. Why? Because where I worked, when you were punctual, it showed everybody on your team or in your workplace that you were respecting them and respecting the place. But how can you be punctual? If this is something you struggle with, I literally Googled these tips and tricks and also wanted to hear what the internet was telling us. And here are some tips that can help you be punctual. You want to understand the absence policies. You want to determine an accountability and communication system that works for you. What works for you might not work for somebody else. If you need to set 7 alarms in the morning that sound like ducks quacking, that's on you. If it gets you out of bed and at work on time, that's okay. Find reliable transportation and account for your morning routine that helps you be successful. Do you have traffic in your area? Do you want to enjoy a hot cup of coffee? Keep a work calendar and communicate with your employer if and when you're going to be late. These are things that can help you be successful. Once you get to work, how should you look? You want to dress to impress and dress for your role. Sometimes there's a difference or there's blurred lines between staffing expectations versus actual company culture, what actually goes on, and our human need and want to self express. At the end of the day, we all come in different shapes, sizes, colors, and you want to just dress appropriately for your role and for your day. Dress for your day. Put clothes on that flatter your body type, not somebody else's body type, but yours, the occasion or your schedule for that day. You want to have quality clothes that fit into your budget, whatever that means for you. And you want to dress age appropriate. When I'm meeting with somebody at my workplace, I want them to focus on what's coming out of my mouth. I want to make sure I'm neat and tidy. I don't want them staring at the hummus stain on my shirt. I want them to understand what I'm trying to present to them. And that's all included in the way I'm dressing that day. Workplace ethics. I believe you should be able to do the right thing or don't do it at all. But I want to give you some tips and tricks of things that require zero talent that can help you be successful with your workplace ethics. It's not that difficult to pick and choose to do the right thing. And you can be on time. You can make a concerted effort. You can have a positive attitude when you're able. Be passionate about the job that you're getting paid to do. These are things that can help you with your workplace ethics, and always choose to do the right thing. And when you get to work, your mood and your attitude also means so much. Never underestimate the power of a baseline positive attitude. We all have feelings, right? We all experience anger, joy, fear, disgust, sadness. And in the workplace, how are you managing your stress? When you show up to that door, what do you leave at the door? What do you bring into the space? How do you show up for your work so you can show out? You want to track your stressors. Write down the things that are actually stressing you out so that you can prepare for them or actively avoid them. You establish boundaries, you're communicating effectively. And if you need help, there are people there to help you. You can talk to your supervisor or get support from anywhere that you can get support from. Workplace interactions. The three H's have helped me be successful. Those are hustle hard, stay humble, and be honest. Give feedback when you can, appropriate professional feedback, because I believe feedback is a gift. You want to find a mantra, something that works for you, something that helps you get out of bed every day and be successful at your workspace. You want to hustle hard, right? You're there to do a job, but you're not required to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. And if you feel like you're burnt out or you feel like you're doing too much, you should be able to speak to your supervisor on how to achieve balance. There's a difference and a fine line between humility, confidence, and arrogance. You want to know what those differences mean to you and then practice them day to day. My favorite mantra is be a pineapple. I like to stand tall, wear a crown on my head, be sweet on the inside, and tough on the outside. Think about pineapples all the time. They're also delicious to eat. And I try to be a pineapple in the workplace. Workplace relationships. I'm talking about friendships, romantic relationships. You have to ask yourself, is this a good idea? Do I want to be Facebook friends with the person that I sit next to? Do I want to request my boss on Instagram? Do I want to have a romantic relationship with the person I share a cubicle with? You want to ask yourself, is it a good idea? Am I respecting myself in the space and my role? You want to analyze, adjust where necessary, and then act. And sometimes acting means not having a workplace relationship. At the end of the day, we're all human and we all want human connection. And you want to ask yourself, is this relationship a good idea? And you want to set boundaries for yourself. You want to enforce boundaries for others. You want to respect yourself in the workplace and respect the space around you. And I'm sure there's something about workplace relationships in the handbook. You want to read the handbook and go ahead and follow what it says. Love yourself enough to set boundaries. Who are you online? Social media matters. This is a bit in here about who you are in real life versus who you are on social media. Sometimes it's the same, sometimes it's different. Social media is a magical place where we're able to build bridges, be creative, be ourselves, create content, share with others. But you want to ask yourself, the activity that you're having on social media, does that represent who you want to be in the workplace? Are you following friends at work? Do they follow you? If yes, if that's a thing you decide to do, what content are you sharing? Some people have a personal Instagram account where they can just be themselves and they have certain people on their Instagram account personally. And then some people have a work Instagram account where they follow people just at work and there's certain content that gets shared on just that account. That's a tip there. Another tip is on your social media accounts, put a disclaimer on there in your bio that says the views on this social media page are in no way in affiliation with the company I work. Putting that small disclaimer can save you from liability in the future. And it's not just me. Everybody's talking about professional brand right now, which is good because there's a heightened awareness around it, which means there's also a lot of support out there. You want to be your best self. You want to act as though you care about showing up to your space and living your brand and being yourself. And your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Who do you want to meet? Who do you want to be? And at the end of the day, you want to build a sustainable, strong, professional brand. And this will help you be successful in the workplace. Thank you so much for your time today. My name is Nicole Kafori, and I believe in your ability to build a strong, sustainable, professional brand you can be proud of. Remember to hustle hard, stay humble, and be honest. Feedback is a gift.